Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kristi with Gone Adventuring Pilates. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have another fun sequence that I've worked up for you from inspiration from the individual posts that I've put up on my Instagram. So you guys love the Fitball. So we're going to work with the Fitball again today, and I'm just going to combine some of those individual things to see what it looks like if you put it together, string it together into a sequence on the mat, just giving you different ideas that you can do at home and using this ball, okay? So it's going to be pretty well rounded. We're definitely going to hit our core. We will hit our back chain, our glutes, our hamstrings, the back of our shoulders, all of that. So in Pilates, it's not so much honing in on one muscle group. It's always going to be whole body and full body integration. Yeah. So we're always going to be engaging everything in all that we do. And that's kind of the awesome thing about Pilates. So you will always leave each session really having worked globally head to toe. Okay. So let's get started. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and come to seated on your ball. Make sure you've got your mat, and make sure you're not going to slip on your mat. Okay. So if your mat for whatever reason is slippy on this one, you're going to want to sit, face the front edge of your mat. We're going to walk forward and bring our back onto the top of the ball. So if your mat's slippy, you want to have your feet maybe on the floor where you're not going to slip. And you're going to come to where your hips are supported by the front of the ball, and then your middle back is really kind of over the top. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide, and just inhale and wrap your spine out over the ball into this nice extension. So allow your chest to open here. I have my feet lined up with my sit bones. Make sure they're slightly more narrow than your hip width apart, unless you need more stability, okay? There's always that option. So inhale here. With an exhale, I want you to curl your chin in towards your chest. Bring your shoulders just in line with your hips. So you just come up here. You're not going to come up any higher in your curl or chest lift forward. And then from here, we're going to lift the chest straight up towards the corner of the ceiling, and then down and go back into your extension. Exhale forward, lift it up, lower down, and find your extension. That's it. Good. So as you initiate that first curl forward, think about your ribs, guys. Think about sliding these ribs down to your hips. Lift, lower, and curl the spine over into the extension. So the reason why I want you to concentrate on what's happening through your rib cage is because it really is around your rib cage. That is what initiates your curl of your head, neck, and shoulders coming forward. It's not pressing on the head. It really isn't the tuck of the chin. The tuck of the chin is just to protect your neck, okay? And help bring that head up because it's heavy. And here we go. Lift, lower, and go back into your extension. All right, we're going to change it here. Take a big inhale. With an exhale, curl your chin in towards your chest. You're going to round all the way forward, bringing your shoulders up over your hips. Careful here that as you're over your hips, you stay in a nice big round C form, and then you're going to round all the way back down into your extension. Exhale, press those low ribs back and down into the ball, rolling it up and over, and rounding, unfurling the spine all the way back. Exhale, press your belly button back. Inhale as you go back down. So make sure that you're not moving your hips forward and back, but it's your spine that's coming up and over, and then your spine that's rolling back down and over that ball. Good. Really use your breath. So you exaggerate. It's okay to exaggerate, yeah? You might find a deeper engagement in your muscles around your spine, and that's what we're looking for. That's it. So the ball behind you here, this might be like a really classical thing to do on the ball, to be honest. Something that a lot of us see, and we might kind of forget it in our routines, thinking like, oh, it's kind of boring. It's not as fun. It's not as different. but it's really effective. So don't leave it out. And having the ball underneath you here is such an asset because you can really press your low back against the ball as you're curling up and over. Okay, and that's how you're gonna get that deeper connection through your pelvic floor and through those muscles around your spine, underneath, right, those superficial abdominal muscles. And that's what makes the difference to give you that cinched in waistline, okay? All right, go all the way back out. Exhale, bring it up halfway. Hold it here. Lengthen your arms out in front of you. Twist to your left, face center. Twist to your right, face center. Twist left. So as we're doing this, press your belly button, press your low back against the ball. So your low back is in contact with the ball. Your spine is in a flexed forward position, but you're lifting through the crown of your head. So you're not slumped, okay? You're not like sat into yourself here. You're lifting up and back. And draw the belly in as you twist. And twist. Good. Now watch your knees. Is one knee pulling forward and one knee pulling back as you twist? Or are they staying the same place in space? A fun little exercise to do is position your feet against a wall in front of you. Let your knees gently touch that wall, and then you'll get feedback from the wall as to if your knees are staying in contact evenly with the wall as you twist, or if you're having a pullback. And that just means that as you twist, your hips are twisting with you instead of a twist coming purely from your thoracic spine. And right now we're really trying to target right around your rib cage. So we're not going to let those hips move. Last one. Roll it all the way back out over the ball, hands behind your head to support the weight of your head. Enjoy the extension here. Open up your abs. Take a big breath. Inhale, exhale. We're going to round it all the way up and forward, shoulders over your hips, and lengthen your spine up tall, okay? From here, all I want you to do is bend your knees and let your hips drop down, just hovering over the floor. You can walk your feet forward slightly. Your entire back is supported by the ball. Reach your arms straight out and forward. We're going to straighten your legs, roll your spine up over the ball. Engage your glutes so you don't roll off left to right. And fold forward as you bend your knees. Inhale, reach it up and over. Exhale, come forward. So though this looks like a stretch, and it is, at the same time you're firing your glutes and the whole backs of your legs, pressing your feet into the ground to help yourself stay stable right over the top of that ball and not move from left to right. Last time. Up and over. Woo. And pull it in. Bend your knees and come down. All right, you guys, you can sit it down. Go ahead and bring this ball over around to the front of you. Scooch yourself back to the middle of your mat. Bring the ball there onto your mat, and we're going to lay it down onto your back. So go ahead and come on to your back, head onto the mat, and we're going to start with the bottoms of your feet on your ball near the top. Arms long by your sides. We're going to work into some bridging here. Squeeze your legs together, okay? Press the backs of your shoulders down against the mat, and that for me pops my ribs up here towards the sky. So I'm just going to take a big in breath, and with my exhale, I'm just going to allow those ribs to relax down. So I'm not forcing or pressing them down so that I can't breathe anymore. I'm letting my breath relax them down. My next breath, I'm going to breathe in to my upper back, okay, behind here, so that I can keep this engagement here. All right, with your next exhale here, we're going to squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders, so don't pop the chest here, right? So just hips in line with your shoulders. Squeeze your glutes. All right, straighten the legs, bend the knees. Straighten the legs, bend the knees. You're keeping the hips the same place in space. They're not dropping, okay, as you bend and straighten. That's it. Now you might Really feel this quickly in your hamstrings. Don't think about your hamstrings. Try and bring your focus to your glutes. Squeeze your glutes. Don't let them go. Bend it in. Hold it here. Take an inhale. Swallow. Soften the back of your throat. Start to roll your spine down one vertebra at a time, coming down to the waistband and then all the way back down to your tail. Good job. From here, bring your heels to the top of your ball. We're going to dig those heels into the ball. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Slowly roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Tail comes off first, bringing those hips back in line with your shoulders. Same thing here. Straighten. Dig your heels in to pull the ball back. Straighten and bend. Straighten, bend. For 3 and 2. Last one. Bend it in. Roll it down with control. Use your breath. Bring everything down. From here, we're going to bring the bottoms of our feet back onto the ball. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to round it up into that bridge just on the left leg. You can squeeze your knees together if that helps. And we're going to lift it up. At this point, the knees come apart and lower down. I'm articulating my spine down, so I could have gone straight down with my glutes. I'm choosing to articulate the spine. Articulate your spine up. Press your arms down into the mat and bring it down. One more time. Articulating up and bring it down. Bring this foot down onto the ball. Left foot straight up towards the ceiling. Again, if you want to squeeze the knees to start, but they will separate once you get up there. You're going to peel it up and down. That's it. So imagine someone is pulling your leg up towards the ceiling and down. One more time. Peeling that spine up and off the mat and lower down. Good job, you guys. Pick the ball up in between your legs. Bring it into your hands, legs to tabletop. This ball is going to press onto the tops of your knees. Your arms are straight up towards the ceiling. Left hand, right knee. Press the ball. Pinch it between, and the right arm goes back overhead. Left leg out to 45. Bring it back in. Alternate. Good. So what you're looking for here is those low ribs to stay sliding down towards your hips. It's all about your core, 360 around your spine here. Good. Don't let your low back pop up towards the ceiling. So you have natural space underneath the small of your back. Don't squeeze that out. Simply don't let that space get larger as your extremities elongate away from your core, okay? Belly button to your spine. One more. Hold it here. Take a breath. Bring your knees in for a moment. Never sacrifice your form just because you want to do more, okay? Come back, and we're going to go right arm back, left leg up to the ceiling, lower it down, and lift. Lower and lift. Only go so far down as you can control your pelvis without it rocking. We're going to go down, circle out, lift up, down, circle out, lift up, down, circle. Reverse your circles, out and down, lift up. So they're half circles, right? We're not crossing the midline of our body. That's it. Bend the knee, bring the arm back up. Take a breath to prepare. Exhale, extend the arm back overhead. Leg goes up and down. So your range of motion is according to how you can keep your pelvis stable, okay? Low back isn't arching. Start your circles. Down, circle, out, around, and up. Those circles aren't big because you don't want to feel your body rocking over to the right, okay? Reverse the circles and lift. Out, around, lift. Last one. lift, bend the knee in, bring the feet down, and you did it. All right, you guys, you're gonna bring the ball to your shins and really press it against your shins. We're gonna let ourselves kind of use some momentum here to rock ourselves up. So I'm gonna let my feet go up, and here we go. Rock it up, there we go. Balancing just behind your sit bones, keep your feet up above the mat. We're gonna inhale, rock back, exhale forward. Press the ball against your legs, legs against the ball. Inhale, exhale, hollow out your belly to come up. Rock only back onto your shoulders, never onto your neck. Inhale, scoop the belly, lift the butt. Come back, inhale, and good. Don't let the head toss back as you rock back. Keep looking right at your knees. Good job. And put the ball down and put your feet down. Okay, you guys, come up to standing and bring this ball to the back of your mat, okay? And you're behind it. We're gonna go into some planking now, all right? So you all love this, I think. And it's definitely fun with the ball, okay? So bring yourself up and over the ball with, carefully is what I wanna say. I want you to start with the tops of your legs on the top of the ball, okay? So we're not gonna walk out with our calves or our shins or our feet on the ball yet. Go ahead and place your hands shoulder width apart. Legs are together, strong and straight behind you. So you don't wanna be here. Lift your belly up, press away out of your hands. Here you are. From here, we're gonna bend our elbows down to the floor, press ourselves back, lift the legs behind us, and pull back through to that plank. Bend and press back as you lift the legs. Pull back through to your plank. So little extension of the upper back here, and pull back through with the support of the ball underneath you. Bend, lift the legs, and pull back through. One more time. Bend, lift the legs, and pull back through. Belly button up. All right, here we go. We're gonna walk out to the edge of your mat. I like to put the heels of my hands on the edge of my mat and then my fingers on the floor. That's just kind of nice on my wrists, a little bit less pressure. All right, but that brought me to where my knees are on the ball. So I'm going to just resituate here, bending my knees in to get my shins onto the ball. You can come all the way to the tops of your feet if you want. Lift your belly button up, squeeze your glutes. Here we go. Bend your knees, knees to nose, round the spine, straighten out to plank. Bend, straighten out to your plank. Bend, and straighten. Bend, lift your belly button up. Bend, and straighten. Hold it here. Find that ball underneath your feet. You're gonna lift the hips, pike them up over your shoulders like a handstand, straight legs. Press your feet down into the ball. Come back to plank. Lift it up. Back to plank. One more. Lift it up. Hold, 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 hold. Come back to plank. You're not done. Get that ball under your shins if you need. We bend, knees to nose, back to plank. Knees to nose, back to plank. Knees to nose, back to plank. One more, knees to nose, back to plank. Walk your hands back. Start to scoot yourself back onto the ball where you started. You might be farther back your mat. That's okay. Make sure you guys can see me. And you've got the tops of your legs onto the ball here, okay? From here, we go back into that upper back extension. Bend the elbows down to the mat. Pick your legs back up behind you and pull through. Bend and pull through. Bend, lift the legs and pull through. One more, bend and pull through. All right, you guys, you ready for one more? You're gonna walk it back out to your plank. So walking back out, you want your shins or the tops of your feet on the top of the ball. You're gonna bend your knees here. All right, you're gonna lift the left leg straight behind you. So find your stability. And then bend the left knee in, straighten the right leg. Bend and straighten, alternating. Go for 3 and 2. Last one. Bend both knees in and bring both legs up to the top of the ball. Resituate if you need to. All right, here we go. For 5, straighten the right leg back. Bend and straighten, alternating. 4, 3, 2, last one. Both knees in, onto the ball. Bring your nose to your knees. Press your hips back over your heels here. A little child's pose stretch on top of the ball. Probably didn't know you could do that, right? All right, so from here, come into your plank. 3 push-ups, down and up. Elbows go back towards your waistband. Belly button up. That's it. Walk your hands back. Carefully. I'm gonna come away from the camera here, okay? And bring it all the way down, okay? So I'm gonna walk back over. Come onto your knees. Let's start with your ball on your left side. Knees hip width apart. And we're just gonna do some side stretches, because if we don't do a little bit of side work for the side body, I would feel like it's not complete. So press that left hand down as you stretch the right arm up overhead, and lift, and stretch, and lift. So that's just a teaser of little things that we can do, kind of string them together. You can always do more reps, spend more time in each if you want, or repeat the whole segment. As I stretch over, I'm trying to root my right knee down into the floor, pull the shoulder away from the ear to get a bigger stretch on that side. Go ahead and just put your ball onto your right side. Give yourself some space, and you're gonna lean over, pressing the ball down and away. And reach up and over, pull the belly in, and back, and reach, and back. So another thing is awesome about Pilates is that in everything that we're doing, in the middle of an exercise, we're lengthening at the same time that we're strengthening. So you don't actually have to spend a lot of time at the end of your session with sort of static stretches. You've done dynamic stretches the whole time. So here, even as we're stretching, this side is working because I'm pressing down into the ball and trying to lift up and out of that bottom waistband, yeah? And pull it back in. All right, so that's my little plug. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic day. Hope you'll be feeling a little bit more energized. Thanks for joining and moving with me. Be sure to leave me any comments and what you would love to see more of, and I will make sure to read all of those and subscribe to the channel, okay? So I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
If you guys liked this video and you want to see more, I invite you to come to my website at goneadventuringpilates.com and register for free. The link is in the description of this video. Join me for more adventures, and let's have fun moving together.